Perfectionism is holding you back. You will never be ready enough for the next phase of your life. This is something that I'm still trying to internalize. I remember when I was a kid, throwing away my coloring pages. My coloring pages! Because I colored outside of the lines. And this was during a time that my parents were getting a divorce, so the timing of this compulsion is not lost on me. I am very aware that this is going to be a lifetime practice. But what has perfectionism helped me achieve? Well, it helped me achieve this illusion, this downright illusion, that if I am perfect, I will finally be enough. It has helped me achieve this false reality that everyone has it all figured out and I am the only one struggling. So there must be something wrong with me. So yes, perfectionism is harmful for the culture because it spreads this idea that we are not enough as we are, that our journeys on this planet need to look a certain way. We have no real control over our lives. But what if in fact we really just need to get quiet and still in nature and learn how to simply exist and trust the path that the universe has for you? What if we really are meant for more than we ever imagined? What if we stopped telling ourselves that we were not enough and we started telling ourselves that we are the opposite? What if our paths are not decided by what we do in life, but by who we are at our core? Perfectionism is holding you back, like it held me back, like it's holding me back. I used to create beaded jewelry and I would get a few hours away from a mistake and undo a few hours worth of work to undo one single bead. But what that does is it weakens the thread when you're going back to correct the issue and going forward to continue. So in that journey to perfectionism and it appearing perfect, I actually affected the integrity and the functionality of the bracelet. So maybe it starts with just letting that tiny mistake just exist. Letting yourself be human. Mistakes are how we learn. Mistakes are how we grow. Mistakes are how we level up. So practice welcoming those mistakes and allowing yourself to think differently about those mistakes and how those mistakes define you or don't define you. Don't be afraid of allowing people to see you imperfect. I think we as a society have done a really great job at creating these images, these illusions of what it means to be human in this society and the things that we value. So start with you, start with that journey inwards and giving yourself more grace and finding some more peace within and more peace with making mistakes. You know, the ego is really at play here. We have this image of who we are, of who we want to be, and it can be very hard to stray from that. Like, I have always been a creative, but I have not always allowed myself the freedom to be a creative. I had this very strict idea of what my life was going to look like, and it wasn't based off of who I was at my core. It was based off of being the person that I needed to be in order to survive in this society that we've created, this very profits-based society. And so I went and studied accounting and worked in accounting. And then I found myself incredibly depressed and found no purpose in my life. I would be okay if the earth swallowed me whole. I'm getting over this idea that I need to be perceived as this perfect image of who I want you to see me as. That I need to be this healed version of myself to share these bits of wisdom that I've come to the conclusion of in my own journey, but I can't share them because I don't have the credentials or the schooling. But I'm a human being living on this planet just like you, and those are my credentials. We are deserving of living the life that lights our soul aflame. And like I said in the first video, showing up and starting is uncomfortable, but it's so worth it. So if you haven't watched that video, I'm linking it below. Go watch that one if you need extra motivation to get going. We have to be willing to be uncomfortable. We have to do it scared. The life that we want is not going to be handed on a silver platter. We're going to have to work for it. We're going to have to do everything in our power to reach those goals. And although making this video, which I will admit this is take 3, but it has felt rigid. But every time I have done this video, it's become and felt more and more natural. So I know that the longer that I'm on this journey, the more this will come across as genuine, authentic version of myself because I'm able to not think so much about how it's flowing. It'll just flow because it'll just become easier. So this idea that we are not enough is a combination of many things, right? It could be that it's manufactured. Look at the media and, like, for example, like women's beauty standards and how that was so attainable for so many women because of the type of women that were placed in these spaces and were not inclusive. And so we have all, grown up in this era of thinking that that is beautiful and anything else is not. That's just one, obviously. And then two, childhood trauma, trauma in general, conditioning, all of these things really add to this idea that you are not enough. I'm here to tell you that that is not true. You are enough as you are by simply existing. So this idea that we are not enough is not our reality, and it's something that we can work towards and start practicing, making these like actionable steps, like penciling in your mistakes. Like, I am going to not judge myself, and I'm going to spend this week learning how to draw, and I'm going to just do that. It is okay to exist imperfectly. It is okay to show up messily. It is okay to allow other people to see you as human. So to the inner critic, you are just a human being, just getting through life. And the things that bring you joy, the things that help you express yourself, the way that you express yourself is perfectly normal and natural. And in no way, shape, or form does that imply that you need to be perfect, because humans are not. Everyone knows that, but inside, we don't feel that we can give ourselves permission not to be. So the longer that you are walking this path, the more the right people will be drawn to you. And so it's almost like a nod from the universe that you are walking the right path. So I will say, if you have ever felt a tug in a different direction in life, but you've been too afraid to make the jump or to slowly make the way towards that new direction, do it. Do it. I promise you, the farther away you get to that path, the more it will start to affect your health, your well-being. That is when my mental health was at its very worst, is when I was not honoring my truth and my journey. When I decided that I knew what was best and that I was going to go for that, but in reality, I was leaving this whole dream life that I can't even fathom what that looks like, because I haven't dared to dream. I haven't had the courage to walk a path less traveled. So I remind you that your journey does not have to look like anyone else's. Your journey is unique to you, like mine is unique to me. And I hope that you honor that wisdom within. Maybe you don't even feel like the pull towards anything. Maybe what you need to do is get real still and dabble in things. Like, learn to just listen to your body. I think we're so far removed from listening to our body and our intuition and finding what you enjoy doing and finding what brings you life. And so if you watched my last video on overwhelm, you saw that I was in Mexico, and I had every intention of creating a little Mexico vlog and sharing my experience and what I learned on the trip. And I was really excited to do that. But I had some life circumstances come up, and if you watched my last video on overwhelm, you know that leaving 20% in your battery for emergencies, for another day, I needed to do that. And so unfortunately, I didn't have the extra time and energy that it was going to take to put together the video that I want to put together. So I'm putting that on hold for now. It will come. I just had some more pressing matters to take care of in my life, and that's just the truth. So that will come. I don't know when. Anyway, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to follow along on this journey with me while I grow and learn and find my voice online, please subscribe. Join the other beautiful 7 human beings that also subscribed. And until next time, peace.